obviously y'all have some like programs, some things that y'all kind of tapped into these resources. So is that coming from the WinShape programs, or
everything is brought in from WinShape?
Okay.
They send a team of 26 leaders that have been intensively trained to come in and do this in our community. They go through training at Berry College, and they come in and they lead all of our activities. They lead our Bible studies, they lead worship, they lead all the games, they lead everything. The volunteers are really the community aspect of WinShape, because come Friday, the team from WinShape will pack up their semi-truck and they will go to another town. And the volunteers are what are left here. And so the volunteers are the ones that truly make relationships with these kids. They're the ones that are going to see these kids in Walmart or see them somewhere next week, and that child is going to remember that this adult helped them with this last week. So they make a positive impact in the lives of these children. And in our community, they're the ones that are going to be here for these kids when WinShape moves on to the next thing. So WinShape really just tries to hook our volunteers up with these kids and leave us with that sense of community where we can carry that forward for the rest of the summer and on into the next year.
Great. Well, I'm going to take a break now so we can come back and maybe talk about some things, lesson learned, number one, and maybe also two, since you may have had some repeat kids that come through the program, what types of improvement have you seen in their conduct, their disposition, or education, or spiritual walk, shall we say, as well? That might be something helpful as well. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right after these messages.
Okay.
WDTV 13. Programming is sponsored by
American Truck Parts Incorporated, a proud sponsor of WDTV 13 programming.
Vickers Audio and Glass Tinting, supporting our local programming on WDTV 13.
Storage Solutions, etc., locally owned and operated and located at 1010 Bowens Mill Road, Southeast in Douglas. Roscoe Allen Jr. and Gubus Modular Buildings in Ocilla, Georgia. We proudly support local programming on WDTV 13. Harper & Company Builders, serving Douglas and Coffee County for 29 years. And a proud sponsor of community programming.
Aiden's Minute Market. When you're out, we're in.
Dewey Hayes Jr., attorney at law, selected to the top 100 trial lawyers in the state of Georgia.
Fletcher Oil Company, since 1966, has been supporting local activities and a proud sponsor of community programming on WDTV 13. Fletcher Oil Company is a member of the Women's Business Enterprise National Council.
McCrary Daniels Insurance Agency.
Study the unique ecology of our region and prepare yourself for an exciting career. South Georgia State College now offers a Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences. Select the Nature and Ecology track to prepare yourself for a fulfilling career in a variety of fields. Or take the Pre-Professional track to lay the groundwork for further studies in medicine, pharmacology, and other health fields. Learn more online at sgsc.edu. South Georgia State College. You matter here.
If you want your pizza fixed just right, chances are you'll go to Danny's. If you're celebrating a birthday, Holtz is probably fixing the cake you'll put the candles on. And if your wedding ring needs an adjustment, you'll find yourself at Crawford Jewelers. But if it's you who needs fixing, it should definitely happen here. Coffee Regional Medical Center in Douglas, Georgia. We fix things better here.
We're back with more Douglas on My Mind, and once again I have with me Mrs. Diane Robertson with the First Baptist Church. She's the director of the pre-K to child schools there at the facility, and she's doing a fabulous job. We've been talking about the WinShape Camp community here in Douglas, Coffee County, and it is a program that Chick-fil-A has put together. And matter of fact, she was saying that they have over 80 locations throughout the summer that they'll be working on throughout the United States, as far as Texas and Illinois, from what I understand. So a lot of great opportunity for a lot of kids to be exposed to some positive activity. We were talking before the break about the camp and other things, and just want to expound on that in regards to what are some takeaways that y'all seen, some lessons learned, some things that y'all are tweaking to do better, and then maybe also too what some things that y'all seen with the kids as for some positive outcomes for them as well. So
Right. We have learned a lot from WinShape, and WinShape has really communicated with us really well, and we've actually done some things here in Douglas that they have taken and used as models in other camps. The drop-off and pickup that we do here was kind of originated here from the year where we had so many kids.
Yeah, I remember that.
How do you get them out in about 15 minutes? And so they kind of came up with that plan here in Douglas, and now they use that at most of their WinShape locations to pick up kids. And so things are a lot smoother as far as drop off and pick up. It's easy for a parent to come in on Monday morning, get their child registered and settled, and get on to work or whatever they need to do. So that's nice that has smoothed out.
and I'm going to tell you that this is a valid statement that you're making, because I think just in any school system, whether it's public or private, whatever the case may be, that's always the challenge.
Yes.
I remember when I got here 8 years ago, one of the challenges I know the middle school had, drop off and pick up. Oh my God, it was an exercise and challenge to get kids in and then get kids out, and that got a lot of frustrations with the parents, because them having to get to work on time and them being challenged to try to get in and out of that facility. So I'm glad that y'all did a fabulous job of getting that all worked out.
You always have to learn. Until you do something, you don't know how it's going to work.
That's true. That's true.
So that works out real well for us. But the kids I see kids all the time, and they call me the WinShape lady, because that's who they know me as. They've seen me in the schools as we present character achievement awards in the schools for to give scholarships out. We allow teachers and counselors to pick kids that have had good behavior that just could use a week at camp and that sort of thing. And we've been blessed to be able to scholarship 5 children at each school for the past 4 years.
Good.
And so I've enjoyed being able to go in and meet the kids and do that. The testimonies that I hear from parents are unbelievable. If people could just sit and listen sometimes of how we've had shy children that have come in that were new to the community, that really didn't know anybody, and they've come to camp and they've made friends that have really just changed their personality. They've been able to be more outgoing and just be excited about it. Kids, like I say, that'll come up to me in the community and say, I can't wait for WinShape to come back this year. They're ready to go. Kids that are responsible, kids that they learn how to cooperate with each other. They learn how, in playing the games, they learn teamwork. They learn all of these kind of things that are just life skills.
Right.
And until you get out there and you start working with each other, you don't realize that's how that's learned.
That's life. Yeah.
You have to get out there and participate in it and see that happening. Kids working out conflicts, whatever that might be. I want to be in this, but I need to do this. They problem solve like that. I've had kids that tell me, I would like to go play football, but I really think I need to be in here in fast food to help this new friend of mine that might be challenged in some way.
Now you mentioned fast food twice.
Twice. It's fun.
And I'm thinking hamburgers and hot dogs or French fries or something, but I don't think it's.
That's not it.
Okay.
The kids actually do make food though. In one of the tracks, they that is one of my favorites, and I think it's a favorite amongst the kids. But they use recipes and they come up with measuring.
Meaning fast food, meaning quickly preparing.
Quickly prepared.
Okay.
They might make tarts or they might make something like that,
So
but they follow recipes.
So we're not, doing the fast food thing. We'll say.
And at the end of camp, they can bring one of their own recipes and share it with the other groups.
That's good.
But there is a Leaders in Training group that is for 5th and 6th grade only. Those kids learn, to me, Chick-fil-A has one of the top leadership programs in the nation.
They do.
And they teach a little bit of that to our campers in Leaders in Training.
Wow.
They bring some of that leadership training here to camp. And that's just something kids aren't going to be able to get just on an everyday basis. So we have everything from something crazy and fun like fast foods to Leaders in Training. So there's just a lot for the kids to grow through, friends that they make. It's an excellent opportunity for kids from all of our different elementary schools to come together and be in groups together, meet each other, realize that they can go in the sanctuary and worship together side by side. That is an amazing sight. Just to be a part of.
Right. And to expound on that, now I don't want to take your thunder, I'm going to let you elaborate. One of the valuable things that I've seen when y'all first got started is getting so many different ethnicities involved and that opportunity, because I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes our ability to worship together at different ethnic groups is separated on Sundays. And I know, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there because First Baptist and my ministry that I'm involved in have tried to kind of cross-pollinate our worship services. We've done a great job of it. And I appreciate our pastors both doing that and engaging in that. And I think more of that needs to happen.
Exactly.
And then, get appreciation of each other's ability to worship, because we all worship differently to some degree in that regard. But getting the kids at an early age to start appreciating and valuing one another's ability to worship and coming to the house of worship together, that's a very hopefully valuable thing, lesson learned that they're going to carry with them from henceforth on out. So I'm glad that y'all are doing that. So
and you really see when the kids get together at this type of an event that they know a lot of the same songs. They're doing a lot of the same things. They don't even realize how similar it is until you put them together like that in a situation, and it's just really great.
Right. So,
but we have tried to. We want this to be a huge community event. If this was just a First Baptist thing, to me, it would not be accomplishing the goal that it needs to accomplish. I've met with several churches this year. We have 9 that are partnering with us. And what I've told them is I want you to look outside the walls of your church, and I want you to find kids that aren't in your church every Sunday. I want you to go out and find kids that you can bring into camp, because there's no way, I don't know 350 kids. I mean, I couldn't go out and find 350 kids, but kids, and everybody knows kids. So if you just find 5 or 6 that you know, and somebody else finds 5 or 6 that they know, that's how we get kids there. Is those personal relationships of people that you know and get them to camp, and that's really how it's worked out. And so when you bring all those kids together, it's amazing how well they do together at a camp like this for a week.
And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out because it's worth saying at this point. There's some value that we as adults can learn from these kids coming together, serving and participating and fellowshipping together and learning together, and walking away with some good things that hopefully will help them be productive citizens and productive people for the rest of their lives. I wish we could get a little bit of that as we are. So sometimes we are so closed-minded as adults. I'm one of those as well. So I believe by being kids, they're a little bit more open to opportunities like this more so than we are. So hopefully, as some of you adults are listening to this or watching this, please try to get a chance to come on that Friday. That's a great opportunity to be exposed to what these kids are